What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Fat Man Live. Uh, this is what we do on Sunday nights. We bring people together and we highlight hot chicks. So fucking deal with it. But before we highlight the hot chicks tonight, if you need a quality ball python, go to Shamir and Cassie at Royal Black Balls. Listen, these are two of the best people in the fucking hobby. And you know, fucking go buy a fucking ball python. Also, if you want to buy a ball python or you want to learn about the ball python business and you want to get all this information about your shit collection and what you could do to maximize that shit collection, go to Patrick McKnight at Chimera, and him and Andre will walk you through what you could do to make 12, $13 next year. So you guys would be fucking killing it. Listen, they just came back from Africa, AIDS free. Okay, that's all I'm saying. They went to Africa and they did not get AIDS, and I'm so happy for that. Great Family Snakes. If you need a pied desert ghost or a fucking pied axanthic, go to Great Family Snakes. I'm so happy that they don't have AIDS because Lori is fucking insanely hot, and I'm still hoping I get a shot with that. Anyway, if you want a quality hognose, go to TBM Reptiles. Nick is fucking awesome. Listen, if Nick's not getting back to you right away, he's going through some family shit right now. Just give the guy some fucking time, but buy a fucking dumb hognose from TBN Reptiles. My boy, Shane, if you want a quality, I'm getting tired of saying that, ball python or dumb leopard gecko, there's no better place to go to than Small Town Exotics, my boy Shane Kelly. And look who hopped on here. Fucking Danny and Renee Rocha. It's fucking such a badass last name. Portuguese pythons. If you require pythons that speak Portuguese, go to Portuguese pythons because they put out quality shit. I mean, I bet they thought they would get more for a sponsorship, but that's really it. Go check them out at Portuguese_pythons.com and try to convince them to get rid of that fucking underscore that makes hashtagging impossible. All right, so listen to who we got here. Boom. Fucking Ashley and Nakita McDaniel from fucking Pipstalkers. What's up, ladies?
How's it going, Chris?
Oh God, is this your first time?
No.
No? Okay. All right. I meant doing a podcast, not having a guy involved. Right?
No. We're just
no?
here laughing at your intro.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's quickly address the elephant in the room. You guys are a gay couple.
Yep.
Have you found any backlash in this dumb ball python community because of it?
No.
That's what I'm saying, right? I hear people complain about how gay and lesbian couples are getting mistreated, but the only people that are complaining are straight white women under 30, okay, who don't even know what it's like to. So you could clearly say that it's never happened to you. No, in the ball python community, I mean.
No. I don't let it happen though. Like if you don't want to be friends with me, we don't gotta be friends. That's fine. It's cool. Like
well, yeah, that's not a lesbian thing. That's a hating people thing because I do the same thing. So that's awesome. So we'll get to the snakes in a minute, but because my audience is my audience, they're gonna expect some gay questions, right? So fucking because they're a bunch of degenerates just like me. So
right.
How long have you guys been together?
6, almost 7 years.
Okay. And oh man, this is gonna sound stupid, but I look, I don't know a lot about gay culture, so if I ask a stupid question, just tell me that's a stupid question. But when you met each other, were like one of you married and then just deciding that you're gay, or deciding to come out, or were you just gay right off the bat and you were like, fuck it, we're gonna do this?
Well, I've been gay since the womb, like
Okay.
legitimately. I just came out this way. So
Mm, okay. And what about you, Nakita?
I had always known I was, but I grew up in a very strict religious family, so I came out in my 20s after I had already been married to a
In
man. Um,
in your 20s, I was gonna say, how old are you now?
34.
34. I don't keep track of that.
Okay.
21 plus.
Okay. And how did that go down when you came out?
He knew, like I was never like not open about it, but it just we ended up going our separate ways and he's happy, I'm happy, so
Did he know, because when he was going down on you, you were just like, yeah, no, that's not even working. Okay.
uh, I mean, I'm sure there might have been some hints like that, but no, I was open with him that I liked girls. After it was probably about a year after him and I got married, I told him I liked girls.
That I mean, that almost sounds like the perfect marriage. Like, I don't even know why you guys would get divorced. Be like, let him pay the bills and let him just watch every now and then. That's not a horrible thing. No, no, it's just like, no, okay. And are you guys technically married now?
Yeah, we've been married for 5 years almost. It'll be 5 years on the 10th of June.
And has there been laws in your state against it?
I don't think so. We got married in Colorado though, and we live in
Right.
Missouri now. So I
Okay.
don't think there's anything here though.
Yeah, because two of my gay friends had to go to Colorado to get married because it
Yeah.
was still illegal in New York. And then I thought that I got away with it because I didn't have to go to the wedding, right? Not because it was a gay wedding, just because it was a wedding. And then when they made it legal in New York, they fucking did another wedding ceremony in New York. And then I had to go fucking anyway, right? Like, it was just the worst. But I do like going to gay shindigs every now and then to see, like, it makes you check yourself, you know? You're like,
Yeah.
fucking, is anybody gonna hit on me? Because fucking, I will get very angry if nobody hit on me. I'm not saying that I'm gonna go suck the guy's dick, but I would get very angry if no one even attempted to hit on me. Um, that have you guys ever went into a bakery and they refused to bake you a cake?
No, we don't normally.
Our ceremony wasn't big though. We did like a family barbecue and just
Right.
had everybody sign the paper and stuff. Like we didn't do anything crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
No, believe me, I wish my niece was gay. Like, fucking, and I'm positive that like every dude wishes his daughter was gay. But like, it's such a, I mean, you guys got it dialed in. All right, and we're gonna talk about something a little controversial. What do you think about dudes pretending to be women? That alone is fine. I'm cool with that. But when dudes try to play women's sports and they end up just massacring the women, what's your take on that?
I don't know. I've never really thought about it.
I mean, I don't really care because if you've got a man coming in and trying, like I've been in the army for forever, so the
Mhm.
standards, are the same no matter what. So if you can't be the best in your sport to dominate your sport, like I watch a lot of CrossFit stuff. So if you know who Tia Claire Toomey is, she's won the CrossFit Games like 6 times. She's
Can
a
you seriously see what I look like and say, Chris, do you watch a lot of CrossFit stuff? Can you seriously say that? No, no, I have never seen, I don't even know what CrossFit is. I think it's running and shooting, right?
so it's like running and push-ups and muscle
Very
ups and
extreme
like
workouts.
they're
Okay.
super high intensity, very short workouts.
Okay.
And like the females in that sport would dominate any man that tried to come in and do their sport.
Right.
Like,
Right. No, no, I get that. Every
I don't-
study shows that you guys are smarter than us. Okay. I totally get that. Okay. But I think I was watching something yesterday, and it was a trans guy on a women's volleyball team, right? And this guy had the chance to spike the ball, and he fucking spiked it, and he hit this other girl in her face and shattered her nose and everything, right? So what I'm saying is that there is a difference between a volleyball coming at you at like 70 miles an hour when a woman would hit it, and like 187 miles an hour when a guy hits it, okay? Because at no other time in women's volleyball history did a woman get her face broken from a fucking spiked ball, okay? And as far as the men doing the MMA stuff, I mean that's really just a dickless guy beating the shit out of a woman, right? Because fucking they may as well just give him his discarded dick and he hits her with a flashlight with it, like a cop, right? So and I understand that shit doesn't affect me as like a fucking straight dude. Fuck, that shit doesn't affect me. But when I see dudes like that dude that blew away the women swimming, I mean, I'm sure you guys heard. Isn't that just like a little fucked up for all the women that have been doing this for 10 years to be number one? Like if if you're ranked 187 in tennis, and then you fucking pop a sports bra on and chop your dick off, and then all of a sudden you're ranked number one in women's division tennis, isn't there an issue with that?
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I see where you're going. Like, you know,
I mean, and also, I mean, I know it's great for you guys because there's more people getting a vagina, right? But the thing is that the world has existed with it being half and half. All of a sudden, you guys are going to get the upper hand because I don't see a lot of women coming and getting the dick equipment. I just don't hear about that at all. Okay.
Because it doesn't work right. You pay 70 grand for something that doesn't do what it's supposed to do.
That's what I was thinking. It can't work right? Like it can't. It's not like we've hit the level of fucking like robotics in people where they can make a dick do what a dick is supposed to do, I guess, right? I don't know. This is the first time I'm talking about it. And believe me, I know I'm coming off as ignorant here, okay? But if you could take anything from this conversation, don't hit a woman in the face with a volleyball at 187 miles an hour. Really, because it was this hot chick that is now fucked up in the face. And I don't like that. Okay. So we'll circle back to this, of course, because I know I'm gonna come up with jokes during the fucking thing. What made you guys decide to do dumb ball pythons?
She wanted a snake for a really long time, and her daughter did. So we ended up buying a normal het clown male for her daughter, and that was our first one. And we had him for over a year before we got our next one. And
now,
then,
did you worry at the time, like, why does she want a snake? Does she think something's missing? Maybe she wants to handle a big long thing. Like,
no, that's like, it's one of the best things about us, honestly, is I like a lot of stuff that she necessarily doesn't know a whole lot about, and the same opposite. Like, and where I grew up, all the snakes were venomous, so we didn't mess with snakes. Like,
where did you grow up?
It was outside slithering around, like you didn't touch it.
Right. Where did you grow up?
In Wyoming and Nevada.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, wait. In Wyoming, in Nevada?
Wyoming and Nevada.
And Nevada. Okay. That's because of your little mid-north accent there. And where are you guys from? Right now.
Oh, now Missouri.
Okay. Colorado. Well, yeah, I lived in Colorado for 2 years. Lived in Grand Junction. And I loved it there when it wasn't the meth capital of Colorado. Now I hear it's the meth capital of Colorado. So, but that's cool. And you're where now?
In Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, so you're down by like Josh Lomberg and everybody like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Are you friends with Josh?
We know him, but we're not like super close.
Okay.
He's never here. We're really good friends with his wife, though.
Yeah.
His wife is awesome. Yeah. Okay. So you got the dumb male head clown.
Yeah.
And then what? Like 3 weeks went by, and you're like, "Oh, I think we could breed this."
Nope, we had him for over a year before we got our next one, and there was a reptile show she was going to, and I was away doing army stuff. I was doing training up in Pennsylvania, and
What? Does she always do this? Whisper to you like while you're talking? Like fucking. That is annoying as fuck, Nikita. That is so typical wife bullshit. You know.
so she sends me a text message of a picture of a snake, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't even know that they looked like that." So I Googled what she told me the genes were, and that just brought up all this, it brought up Morph Market and World of Ball Pythons and all this stuff. And I was like, huh. So she got that one, which is, of course, another male. So we started off with 2 males.
Okay. Well, you figured if it worked for us, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
let's just see. Maybe they're gay and happy, you know?
So, but yeah, it
Okay.
started a whole landslide.
Yeah, and then she came back from Pennsylvania, and how many snakes got shipped after you were there?
Like 6.
That's fucking yeah, it's how many do you have now?
We're right around 80 right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Gross. Do you breed rats too or no?
Yep.
Ugh. Are you the weird lesbian couple in your town that breeds snakes and rats?
Maybe.
Yeah, no, it's okay, yeah. No, because my ex-girlfriend turns out she's a lesbian. Okay. And she's the weird one that has snakes and alpacas at her new girlfriend's house. So so believe me, I get it. Okay. Now, Nakita, you were married before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just because you had to get married, you thought?
Yeah, I think so. I thought he was my high school sweetheart.
Oh God, I didn't mean to touch a nerve here. Are you gonna cry?
No.
All right.
But my dad is a redneck.
Okay.
And Southern Baptist. And when I came out to my dad, the conversation was, Dad, I like girls, and he, no, you don't, and turned the TV back on, and that was the end of the conversation.
Man, you would think that would be such a great thing. Like, all right, this is perfect now. I don't got to worry about you getting knocked up by some fucking idiot. You know, it's like you find another girl because not for nothing, gay people are pretty successful. I mean, they move next to you and the fucking property value goes up on your whole block. Okay. They fucking make everything neat. They make everything fabulous. You know, like fucking, I loved having a gay neighbor. So was your dad more disappointed, do you think, when you told him you were a lesbian or when you told him that you were going to breed ball pythons for a living?
Her dad doesn't know that we have snakes.
Oh, God. Come on, shut up.
Yeah.
Why? I'm like, because that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our parents aren't very into it.
No.
So that's okay.
Yeah, no, neither were mine. Neither, you know, the look of disappointment on my father's face when I told him I was going to do ball pythons after making millions of dollars in California and coming home and fucking told him, I'm like, yeah, we're going to do ball pythons. He didn't have to say anything. Like the look of disappointment on his face was I would have rather told him I was gay, to be honest with you. I would have just been like, he would have shown more support if I told him I was gay than he did doing ball pythons. Okay. But you could slowly change people's minds with ball pythons because they're such dumb, idiot fucking snakes that look like you can't look at a ball python and say that thing looks intelligent, right? You just look at a fucking snake and you're like, you look at like a berm or a tick or a green tree and you're like, wow, that thing's thinking when it's looking at me, you know? You look at a ball python and he's just like, Durr. He's like a fucking retarded kid in 3rd grade, you know? So fucking, it's really the worst business to be in, okay? And do you guys have aspirations of doing it full time?
I don't, but I know the job that I have, like, it's too good to give up, honestly. And then, but my aspiration is for her to be able to stay home. and not have to do her job. Not that we don't love. She works for Ryan Thomas of Superior Scales.
Yeah, okay.
So not that we don't love Ryan, and we don't want her to be helping him do what he does. But
Right.
eventually, I'd like for her to be able to just stay home and take care of everything around the house instead of having to go to work. Like
Well,
once
there's
Ryan,
nothing. I mean that would be the goal, right? Like just to have her almost have like I don't want to call it a hobby because I know how much work it is, especially when you have almost 100. Um, so, but the goal is for one of you to have benefits at all times, right? So
right.
that's kind of I think that people who have ball python breeder on their resume is just basically a fuck you to any future job with benefits because the employers already know. They're like, yeah, this guy's not going to last. He put all this money into ball pythons, man. All right. So okay, so now I'm trying to think of a bunch of gay women stories that I have because I have questions that I'd like to ask and get just honest answers, right? Like fucking like when we got dropped from our record label, we still had show commitments, right? So we hired a lesbian band out of San Diego. And that first rehearsal, I learned a fucking ton of shit about lesbians, right? Like fucking like but cool shit, Like we would ask them to make out and they would just start making out with each other, right? Because the three girls were together, but they were in the parrot thing. They were in a polyamorous relationship.
Okay. Yep.
So they would just be like, yeah, we're allowed to bring other girls home, right? So I was like, just in the back of my head, I was like, how long do you think this little fantasy land is gonna fucking last until one of the women get jealous, right? And eventually that's actually what happened, right? So are you guys like that right now? Are you guys that open where if Ashley was like, I want to date Barbara and
Like, okay, bye.
Nakita would, oh really? You wouldn't be like, bring her in? It's fucking two more titties in the room, man.
I don't share.
I like that. See,
I'm
that's
territorial.
that. Now, do you guys ever have any fucking like violent lesbian fights with each other, like we hear about in the news all the time?
No, I just watch her yell at other people. Like if somebody looks at me for too long when we're out, she's like, "Would you like a fucking picture?"
She fucking steps up, huh? She probably gets the shit fucked out of her that night, right? When she fucking steps up like that, and it's like, nah, bitch, this is mine. That's fucking awesome. Holy shit, I'm loving you guys right now. Are you guys? I'm gonna vacillate back and forth in between gay questions and ball python questions. How much money have you guys put into the ball python collection? Because I would like to, now that I know you guys, think that you're smarter than that. But I have a feeling that since you started off with two males, the number is pretty significant.
So it's not terrible. We've done like 30K over the past 3 years. So it's not super crazy.
That's not bad at all. Does that include racks and fucking husbandry shit and all that?
Yeah, like I build all of our stuff. So
Okay.
we don't have ARS or anything like that. The snakes can pay for that later.
Right. And how much have you made from it so far?
Basically nothing.
You could say it. You could say it. That's what everybody makes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, our first clutches were last year, so we didn't make anything crazy. And we had a bunch of friends and like coworkers and stuff that we basically like we sold them for like 50 or 60 bucks. Just so
Right.
that we got the experience of doing it. And then
To make sure it was what we wanted to do.
Right. Yeah.
And now this year, what do you think you're gonna have?
I think we're looking at like 10 clutches, and our first clutch, like it wasn't anything super crazy again. We've got two, and we've got to deal with like the local pet store. I have no problem with taking something to a pet store and giving it to them for like 40 bucks
Right.
or whatever, and letting them teach somebody else how to take care of the snake.
Yeah, but are they really doing that at a pet store, or are you just dropping it off saying, "Here, you kill these snakes"? Right.
So when we were looking for places to do it, I went into the store like 3 or 4 weeks beforehand and asked them about taking care of a ball python to see what their answers were.
Right.
And it would tell me how to take care of it before I decided to take snakes to that pet store.
Right. Okay.
Because I do not want them telling people the wrong things. Like, just because I don't necessarily need that snake to breed it doesn't mean I want it to go somewhere and die. Like,
Right.
I want a place
Well,
that'll
that's because you've only been doing this for a couple of years. You know, fucking wait until you're doing it for 8, and you'll be like, "Fuck this shit." Like when you have the odds of getting a fucking $8,000 clutch or getting an $80 clutch, and it's the same clutch, and you hit on the $80 clutch, and you're just like, "I don't give a fuck what happens to these fucking things." So that's okay. Has there been anything that's made you want to give up yet?
Not necessarily give up, but maybe scale back a little bit, just because my work schedule fluctuates so much that sometimes it makes it super tight as far as making sure that they get what they need. We also have 3 dogs and 3 cats. She has a daughter. So there's just a lot of constraints on time. But I mean, we've made it work so far. So
How old is your daughter?
She'll be 16 in June 21st.
That's crazy. You don't look old enough to have a fucking 16-year-old daughter. That's fucking nuts. So she's 16 though. She could help, right?
Yeah.
Does she help?
When she comes over, yes and no. She won't. She won't feed just because she's attached to rats and mice. Like she's had pet rats and mice, which whatever.
Ugh, yeah.
But like if she comes over and I know I have some snake tubs I need to clean or whatever, I'll be like, before we do anything, we're doing this, and she'll help me. Sometimes it's her in the snake room cleaning everything, and I go out to the rat room and take care of the rats real quick, feed them water and make sure they're clean and doing good. But her school schedule is so crazy right now. Because she's also in marching band. So
what? All right, that's a little gay. Okay. So basically she's like, Mom, I can't help. I have marching band practice today.
And it's like all
well, that, and she lives an hour away. So for us to pick her up,
you know what? You should have led with that. Okay. That makes your daughter look yeah, an hour away. I'm not gonna go see Mom and fucking help clean snake shit either, you know. Because basically that's a whole day commitment, you know. So all right, so you had a kid. Did you know you were gay when you had a kid? And you had the kid anyway, just because you thought I couldn't do it without, you know, I'm gonna need this jackass here. He's gonna have to take some part in it, you know.
Growing up, like I always knew in the back of my mind that I liked girls because I was always attracted to girls, and I'm not your typical girly girl. I'm very tomboy, and I just always, my best friends were guys. I hung out with guys because girls are just they're
pain in the ass, right?
Creatures. But I, grew up like that typical little girl. Oh, I want to have kids when I get older, and I did. But the more as I got older and older, I realized like this isn't. I don't regret it by any means. I love my daughter very much, but yeah, she's my only.
You don't have to say that. She's not here. It's cool. You don't. Yeah, it's cool. Don't worry. We're good. All right. So, man, we used to have names for girls like you when I was in high school. Fucking super cool. Fucking just chicks that like chicks. Love them automatically. They could have been hideous. We fucking loved them anyway. Okay. Fucking, it was just perfect. So you seem to have grown up with the charmed life. Now, Ashley always knew. No dick ever. Fuck. You got a $2 million vagina. Okay. Fucking no kids, no dick. Man. What are you doing later on? Yeah, we got. Holy shit, that's amazing. So you really fucking hit the lottery, Nakita, with this one. And how did you guys meet?
So we were at the dog park. Like, well, that was the first date we had, was at the dog park. Or no, we went to Dairy Queen.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then we went to the dog park. We both had dogs
I slung
beforehand.
her.
Yeah.
I drug her on a ride when we first started dating, like talking. Oh, it was funny.
Wait, Dairy Queen and the dog park?
Yeah.
That sounds like a fucking redneck white trash first date. Like, I'm gonna give you a fucking milkshake and take you to the dog park where we're gonna watch dogs play and clean up their shit. Okay, so that was the first date. Where did you guys actually meet?
Online.
Online.
Yeah.
So that's fucking good. Match or
Plenty of fish.
Yeah.
dude, I use Plenty of Fish. The greatest thing is the cut and pasting. You know, like at every girl you see, you just cut and paste the same message because it's like a numbers game, right? There'll always be a couple of idiots that fucking believe you, right? That they're the only ones. So, what was your? So, who picked up who on Plenty of Fish? Who did the first email?
I did.
And what did you say?
So
Come on, you remember it.
No, I read her profile and like it said something about her kid, which I'm not a big fan of children at all.
Yeah. Oh my high five. Fat guy high five. They're the worst. Yeah.
So I messaged her and, just asked her some questions about her daughter and like what she likes to do outside of work. Cause in her profile, it said what she did. She was a CNA at the time and like all this different stuff and where she was from and all this. So I just responded back to her and actually asked her questions about the stuff that was in her profile. So she knew that I actually read something instead of just being like, hey, what you doing?
Because I think that was the first sentence of my thing. If you're gonna message me with hey or hey beautiful, hey baby, don't, because I'll ignore you.
Yeah, I learned that too. What I would do when I would cut and paste is I would say, I see you're into, and then I would read the profile, and then I would just cut and paste the hobby that she was into my cut and paste word, and I would at least put that work into it. Okay. But other than that, it was just a numbers game. Now, it would have been really funny is if Ashley told you all this great shit about you, and then just ended it with like, "Too bad you have a kid." Okay, and then so that would have been fucking great. But it's all right. So you met on Plenty of Fish. Were you in the same state?
Yeah.
Same.
Oh, all right.
Same
So that makes it a lot easier. Okay.
a couple blocks from me.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit. Really? Okay. And how long did you date before you moved in together?
Year and a half. About that.
How long did you date before you had sex?
Mhm.
You could say it like an hour. It's cool.
So we went on like 2 or 3 dates, I think, before.
Okay. She made you work for it. Okay. All right.
I think because I didn't respond back to her message right away. I had read it, but I was never like, I was shocked because I'd been on Plenty of Fish for like 3 months and nobody ever read my profile. So when she actually put that effort into it, I was like, well, shit, now what do I say?
So it's a lot like Plenty of Fish is really like a lot for gay people, like it is for straight people, where when somebody reads your profile, you're shocked that they actually put in the time to do it, because that happens with us too, where I'm like, no way did this girl read my profile, right? And then I look at a picture and I'm like, oh, no way is that going to happen, right? And then then we just move on from there. So now when you were together, how long till you got married?
That's a funny story because you asked me to marry you.
Yeah,
like
I did
2
ask her
months.
to marry me before we ever even started actually dating.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh crap! That's a oh no. Why would you do that? She probably was like, red flag here.
I laughed so hard.
we were driving out for her to go meet my brother for the first time, and he lived like an hour away. So we were just sitting in the car, and I was like, I just looked at her and I was dead serious, like straight face. Will you marry me? And she just freaking belly laughed for like 10 minutes. Like,
And did your ego take a shot that day?
oh no, it became a challenge after that.
Oh, now you're like, fuck her. She's gonna marry me whether she wants to or not. Yeah, so you basically wore her down,
Oh
basically.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All
And
right.
then we actually ended up getting married sooner than what we were supposed to, because my unit for the army was getting ready to deploy, and I
Okay.
wanted her to get those benefits, like just in case something happened, you know.
Right.
So we weren't planning on getting married when we did, but we got married probably about a year before we were actually going to, just
Gotcha.
so that
Okay.
if something happened, she was
And
covered.
when you got deployed, where do you end up going?
So I actually didn't get selected. They only took one of our mechanics instead of all of us, and it wasn't me. But they went to Kuwait. So
Oh, okay. All right. And how long have you ever been gone from her?
um
When you do your
2 and a
18 for
half
2
months.
months. Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 months.
Okay. All right. Now when she's away, do you play? Are you like immediately on Facebook going, "Oh, I wonder if Geraldine needs a licking," okay, or anything like that? No, you don't share, right? Oh, that would be the best part of being gay. Like if I was gay, I would be fucking at the docks waiting for new sailors to come in. Okay. I just be getting all the dick I can. Big dick, little dick, fucking it's just my thing. You know. Um so but I don't, okay? I never had a guy's dick in my mouth. Had my dick in a couple of guys' mouths because that's not really gay, right? Fucking if he's blowing me, that's not really that gay. But if I'm blowing him, very gay. Okay, so I don't want to I don't want to do that. Now obviously Ashley does not miss dick because you never had it. Does Nikita miss dick every now and then? No, right? Because all the problems that come along with dick, right? Like guys are just fucking idiots. So I would almost think that I could do without the dick too, so that wouldn't be a bad thing. Never a regret at this point. Well, you should shake your head a little more. It's good for podcasting when people listen to it and don't watch. Okay, all right.
Dicks are
And
dangerous.
and,
They
and you
cause.
two, what's that?
I said dicks are dangerous, Chris. They cause children. Like you
I
don't.
I I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Like, and then one fucking retarded dude turns into three retarded dudes, right? Because they have three kids and they're all fucking retarded. So, yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Just smack that dick away. All right. If that could be one thing for the ladies here to fucking learn, just smack that dick away because the trouble is not worth it. Right. So you guys just went to Holly's house this weekend, right? Or Nikita did.
I did.
And did you have a good time or were you just pretending to have a good time? Because
No, I
Holly
did.
could get a little, you know.
I truly did have a good time because I don't get along with females very well. Like if you're not on my level, like female wise, I don't do that stuff because I like real. I like you have to have the same somewhat personality as me. And just think the same way I do because I don't do the drama bullshit. I don't do all that stuff. I don't do fake, I'm me. I'm blunt. I speak my mind. And Holly and I hit it off. Like, I was nervous at first because that was my first time meeting her in person. But no, we hit it off. And I mean, we didn't sleep.
That's what she just told me. Yeah. And Holly is definitely not a typical girl. Fucking Holly does not like any bullshit. Okay. And let's just fucking look how good Holly looks tonight, sipping her tea like a grandma over there. Holly, I just want to say I want to fuck you so bad right now. But anyway, we'll talk to you later. Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, we got out of that. So And also, who was there? Celtic was there, right?
Yes,
And what do you think of her?
she's awesome. I also get along with her because she's the same way. She's no bullshit.
She is hot as fuck. Okay. And what I found out last night is she's like 81. And fucking, she does not look 81, right? Like fucking, she is fucking crazy hot for fucking 81. It's just, yeah, just unbelievable. And what did you guys talk shop there or no?
Uh, it was just we were hanging out, like chilling on the couch, and just started like Holly and I were, talking more, and it was like a girls. It was almost like a girls' night. Like we had like a slumber party, is what I would call it. We just stayed up chit chatting, talking about all different like kinds of stuff. Like we'd already known each other for years. It was the craziest thing. And like I was on
Yeah,
the phone with her a couple times, and I told her, I said, it does not feel like it is this late. It doesn't
w-
like it didn't feel. I feel like I lost track of all time while
were
I
there
was there.
naked pillow fights?
No.
Oh, God damn it. Right? This is the problem with Holly. This is the problem with Holly. She misses opportunities. Okay. And I was waiting for the naked pillow fight stories for you and Cowboy Hat Girl. So fucking you're just sucking the will to live right out of me. All right. So let's all right. Looking good, Holly. Is that what you're laughing at? What comment are you laughing at?
No, the one that she had it before that about Celtic. I think it said the only thing wrong with Celtic is their husband or is her
Yeah,
husband.
seriously. Yeah, that's like the worst. That's the worst thing. So educate me a little bit. Who this is gonna sound like such a fucking ignorant gay question. Who is the husband role and who is the wife role?
I knew that.
Because I like if I had to guess, Ashley would be the more husband role because she's like, I want to go out and work, I want to do all this. But then Nakita was like the demanding kind of husband role. So now I don't know. Like, are you two really gay? Like you're like two gay guys, or are they both husbands? Like which one would be traditionally more the other?
So I guess traditionally it would be me, technically, like, because not to say that I'm like the sole provider, but
You are.
I'm the one that makes sure that all the bills are,
Right.
doing good. And not that she doesn't ask me about decisions and stuff. We just kind of talk about stuff. Like, I don't know. We don't have like a strict husband wife.
If you
thing.
base
It
it
was
off
more
the
of like a team.
society, she would be
Yeah.
that role, but we don't have roles. Like we're
Do-
both
do-
women.
Does she ever come home and take a day out on you? You know, like fucking just aggravated and be like, I don't know why the fuck I ever got married. This fucking bullshit. Dinner was cold. Fucking she didn't make what I like. Like, did she ever do shit like that?
It depends on how bad her day is and what we're talking about. Because there's time where I have an attitude, and I know I have an attitude, and she knew that when she married me. So there's no refunds or returns or anything like that by any means. But sometimes I'll have to be like, look, I didn't do it. I don't work with you. Remember, you're home now. Like you can leave that shit at the door. Come here and cuddle
No,
with me.
you gotta just be the bigger woman and take it. Okay. Like, where are those angels that they used to have where the guy could just come home like my father and take his day out on his mom and she would just serve him dinner and fucking be like, okay, eat your food. Like, I miss those angels on earth, okay, that were here that whole time. Because somewhere around 88, 89, you guys got a little mouthy. All right. And then somewhere around 95, it was decided that we had to take it. Okay. So I just, the happiest married couple that I know have been swinging for the last 30 years. Okay. Yet they're happier than anybody else. Like my friends that are married, like I'm 49 now, the people I graduated with, they all look 71. Okay. The people that haven't been married fucking all look like fucking 40, 42. So does that happen with you guys as well? By you, I mean, I'd like you to speak for the entire gay community right now.
Ooh,
Yeah, aha, put you on the spot, right?
I don't really know. We don't have a lot of gay friends. Like we
Really?
know gay
I
people, but
I have a friend who is back and forth. Like I just call her bisexual. That's what she is. She brought a girl over here, but that ended really quick because she fell in love with her.
That's what I'm saying. Ashley has that thing about her. I already asked her to suck on the tits. I believe you guys know that was our first interaction. Okay. Where I knew Ashley was awesome after I unsent the message because I meant to send it to somebody else. Where I knew Ashley was awesome was like, yeah, don't worry about it. You're not the first guy to ask to suck on my tits on DM. So I was like, all right, this will be pretty cool. But yeah, that was our first interaction. Me and fucking Pipstalkers. Me saying, I'll suck on your titties, and then me trying to unsend it, hoping to God that she didn't see it. And then Ashley was smart. She waited like fucking 2 minutes, and she was like, yeah, I think that message was meant for somebody else. And I was like, holy fuck. I was like, fuck you, Instagram desktop. Like, that's just the worst fucking, because you can't see who you're switching in between. So, yeah, that was a little rough. Now, have you guys dumped more money into this ball python bullshit this year?
Yep. Like we bought our most expensive snake this year already. But it was something that we planned on doing. We needed that step to do what we want to do in the future.
But a lot of them were purchased last year too, but couldn't get shipped until warmer weather.
Yeah, we did that too. But,
well, and what projects are you working with?
So we do a lot of hypo, cryptic, DG,
okay,
and then we have a little bit of pied, but not very much.
Okay. So. Yeah, I mean, hypo is just making this giant fucking comeback. And when we were into it, you could buy hypo for $40 because it was basically the recessive gene that poor people got into when they wanted to sound like they're working with the recessive projects, And now fucking hypo is just taking over fucking everywhere, and it's seeing like a fucking 100% price increase. Fuck hypo. That's still basically. I have a segment on my Patreon called "Shitting On," where I shit on jeans, basically, right? And I basically said, like, why would you want a snake that's always looks like it's in shed? It's like you're probably the same type of person that would marry a chick who constantly looks like she's on her period, right? Like fucking, and then that's just what I feel about hypo, and I know I have this ingrained fucking bias towards him, but yeah, what a piece of shit hypo is. Anyway, okay, so are you guys planning on doing shows or no?
I don't think so. I don't people very well, and I definitely don't stupid people very well.
Yeah, no, I got that. I'm surprised you still talk to me after the titty thing. It's all good. So basically, you're going to be doing Morph Market and local sales?
Yep. And then like just connections that we've made throughout building,
relationships
like
in the community,
our collection, and everybody knowing what we're working with, like Keys and Wiz, and just everybody is like a huge community and a family, more so they know what we're working with, and we know who's working with what we're working with. Or
all right. First of all, I don't mean to pop your little bubble, but it's not okay. It's not. All right. This community will fuck you harder the minute that they know they could get something ahead of you or get something before you, and will not even think twice. Okay. And I know everybody's all lovey-dovey right now. Believe me, I get that. I see all the community building. I see fucking people just validating each other all day long. I totally see that. Okay. But how long do you think this is going to last? Kind of like that polyamorous thing that I was talking about. Like, how long do you think it's going to last until somebody sells somebody a sick animal, then people shit on them, and somebody takes sides. Like it's definitely ready for implosion, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking forward to implosion because I like Keys, I like Wiz, I like you guys, like fucking. But when I see this whole toxic positivity thing going on, it's really like, come on, dude. Yeah, basically, you put out a fucking pastel yellow belly spider. All right. The world should not be revolving around telling you that you've done a good job. Okay. Because this was cool in fucking 2006. Okay. So you're not really jumping the gun. And I think that, like so many people are into it now, you can't help but shit on people that are putting out shit. Right. Like, would you at least agree with that?
Yeah.
No.
But you try to like, so I don't necessarily shit on them, but I try to like push them further than that.
That's
Like,
even worse.
that's fine, but try to do that. Make a pastel yellow belly spider G-stripe clown or something. You know what I mean? Like, push yourself, and that's part of the reason I like the community that Keys and Wiz and F&A and all that is because they don't let you just sit back and make like, oh, this is pied to pied because I want to make pieds when there's 600 pieds available on Morph Market for
Yeah.
$250 a piece. That's not the
Yeah.
kind of stuff that we're working towards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
So,
no, I like Wiz a lot. Like
yeah.
fucking he's I mean he's the shit. I think he's here tonight. But if he's gone, he's the shit. He I went down I went on one of those hair down Fridays, and we learned that it's not safe for me to go on there prior to 11 p.m. Okay. After 11 o'clock, right, the crowd's a little different. Okay. I could go on there and be treated fairly. Okay. But before 11, no, there's people up that fucking hate me on there. Did you turn your logo purple?
No, this is F&A, and then she just likes purple, so we put it on a purple one for her.
Yeah.
Right, but you didn't turn your logo purple for the
Brian, no.
cancer support.
We did. I'm not gonna lie, like, I know that Brian's done great things for the community,
Yeah,
but
yeah, of course. Yeah.
I can't stand his voice, so I can't listen to Brian.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, great. All right, you're gonna get a bunch of hate mail now. So fucking
okay. Everybody
fantastic.
has their own opinion, so that's okay too. Like,
There's a couple of people whose voices annoy the shit out of me. But I'm not. But I got to be honest, Brian's not one of them. I was always a fan of Brian, um, and I just didn't feel like you should turn your logo purple just to hop on a bandwagon. And that was, if you're going to turn your logo purple, cool, but show me a fucking $20 donation to American Cancer Society.
Right.
That's all. And man, the people hated us for that. Okay. So basically, they're like, what are you doing shitting on positivity? And I'm just like, listen, positivity means nothing if you got a bunch of blind followers fucking, telling you what to do and doing it just to get new Instagram photos. Now,
I have no problem donating to Brian's stuff. I'm not going to change my logo purple. I'm not going to order the purple t-shirt. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. Like, I'll donate to, helping him or helping the American Cancer Society or whatever. That's not a big deal. But I wasn't going to change our business stuff because I feel like there was almost sides to that too. And I'm not trying to be in the middle of the drama stuff. So like, that's not me.
There's donating to that would be better because you're not just donating for him. There are so many more people that suffer
that's
from
what I'm saying.
That mom to brain cancer. So like, just so donating, you're right, would be more of a way to show your support versus, oh, hey, here's my purple shirt with hashtag, what is it? Brian's Army.
Brian Strong or whatever. Yeah. I had to buy 4 of those hideous fucking purple shirts in my apology that I had to fucking give out and be like, listen, this is what I meant. So I'll buy 4 of these fucking hideous purple shirts.
Yeah. And I like Brian. And praying for him. I want the best for him and his family. It's it's a shitty situation to go through.
Yeah,
So I feel for him and his family. But yeah, I would much rather donate that way because not just going toward him, it's going toward everybody else that's going through it as well.
that's what I'm saying. I know 7 people with cancer right now on Facebook, and nobody's throwing a fundraiser for them. So listen, because don't pay attention to Will. He's an idiot. Jesus Christ, Will. Fucking A. All right. So Anne apparently wants to stop this cool conversation about gay people and cancer and ask a real ball python question. Worthy Gene for ball pythons, puzzle and stranger. And I hate saying puzzle because that puts some validation in Sean Bradley's pocket, and I hate doing that. But the reality is the puzzle is the shit, okay? And so is stranger, and so is Moray or Monster, whatever the fuck. I don't pay attention to this shit anymore. So I answer that Anne's question because Anne is fucking hot as shit, and I'd still like to do dirty things to Anne. So fucking, it's all good. That's why your questions get answered, and that's why I will never put on a post from this guy, okay? Because this guy's hideous, okay? Don't like him. Not a good-looking guy, okay? He knows a lot, okay? But he's not a good-looking gentleman. This guy too, not a good-looking guy, okay? And I know that Will probably rolls around in your circles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought Will was 19, okay? Will is fucking 72, okay? And I'm calling him the non-podcast whore now. That's what we decided, me and Holly, before this, because his podcast is never going to come out, okay? All right. So, all right, Patricia got a fucking question. What are you working with besides hypo? They already answered this. Like, I mean, this is really sucking the will to live right out of me that we're talking about this shit instead of cool fucking lesbian stuff. But okay, God, answer it.
So DG
It's your podcast.
and Clyde.
Okay. All right. Will is fucking continuing to lie. I'll be 46 in July. There is no way I'm older than Will. Okay. Will fuck, and if I am, that's sad. Okay. Will didn't only fall out of the ugly tree. Will hit every ugly branch on the way down to the ugly floor. Okay. So fucking, what's up with that? All right. Thought you cut him off at hypo. Will 787. Oh, there's no way. I don't believe that. You're gonna have to fax me a copy of your birth certificate or drop it, right? Because that's some shit right there. Anyway, you guys do a fuck of a job photographing your animals. Like you guys really do a nice job because your Instagram is cohesive as fuck. Okay. So who takes the pictures, who posts them, who does all that shit?
That's all me.
It's all you. So you work full time, come home, clean the animals, and take all the pictures. So Nakita, what would you say you do here?
I feed because she won't feed because of her attachment to rats.
Oh, really? You're one of those?
Yeah. I'm not throwing you under the bus. I do all the dirty stuff that she can't handle, culling the rats.
She assists feeds if we need it.
If need be. If there's anything that she needs me to take care of that she didn't get to do in that morning, I'll do it when I get off work. I clean the rats.
But mostly we don't not that we don't trust Ryan's collection. She doesn't do a whole lot with the snakes because she works with his snakes all day.
Right.
And we don't want any cross contamination between the two collections, like us to him or him to us.
Right.
She does mostly rats and all the feeding and all that stuff.
Okay. Listen, ladies, just so you know, please do me a favor and go follow this moron. right? Because if not, I'm gonna hear about it all fucking week. Okay. Can you please do that?
We could do that.
Because otherwise, me and Brian got to hear about this shit all fucking week, and I don't like it. Okay, so let's see. Ashley, does Nikita cook good food or no? No lying.
So when she cooks, it's good. But we both cook. And I think both of us are
She's
actually
picky.
pretty good cooks.
Really, Nikita, where are you from? Like, what's your
Colorado.
background? No, I don't mean that. I mean your nationality.
Oh, all over. I'm a mutt. I'm German, Irish. I got a little bit of Indian. I'm a Heinz 57.
Indian like 7-Eleven or Indian like smoke signals?
Native American.
Okay.
My great grandmother is Cherokee.
Okay. Notice how people, when they claim they're Indian, it's never from like the Saskatchewan tribe. It's always like, yeah, my mother was fucking half Cherokee or my mother was half Iroquois. It's always the tough, rough fucking people. It's never the people that have the casinos, right? It's fucking that's some bullshit. I'm gonna call bullshit on that half Cherokee thing. I'm gonna say that they are on the Colorado tribe called the Johnsons that fucking
The Johnsons.
I mean, like you got this cool like Russian name, so I immediately thought you wouldn't cook well because in Russia, yeah, I mean their food is yeah.
Well, I do have a lot of stuff that I cook, but she's picky, and I had to like adjust my cooking skills like for that because there's a lot of stuff that she won't eat, which is fine. But with our schedules being so opposite, I usually only am cooking Saturday nights typically because that's the only time that we're off together. Other than that, she sleeps during the day while I'm at work, and then she goes to work.
So when do you get the chance to do the old
That's what the mornings are for, Chris.
Okay, that's my best time. Yeah, fuck, I really shine in the mornings. Fucking all right, and what would you say is a frequency that you guys have sex still?
Like three times a week ish.
Yeah, bow chicka bow now. Fucking A, that's what I'm saying. Okay. And I'm gonna ask because when am I gonna have fucking two lesbians on the show again? I just want to say that I am the first podcast guy to bring in a lesbian couple. Okay, that's what well, not really. Who did you guys do before?
We've done Celtic and Warfel, Jeremy Warfel.
Yeah, okay, those don't count. Okay, I'm the first podcaster with views that fucking that welcomed lesbians on. Okay, so no, I'm only kidding. I fucking love Celtic and I love waffles. Fucking but I don't watch waffles as much as I watch Celtic, and I think we all know why. Okay, so it's all good. Are you bummed out that you didn't get a chance to meet Angie? Ashley, are you bummed out that you didn't get a chance to meet Angie or Holly? Really?
We're really good friends with them. They live here.
Oh, okay. Don't be yelling, man. Well, Jesus Christ. When fucking lesbians yell at you, it's the same as straight people yelling at you. Fuck. That fucking hurt me on the inside.
No, they live about 10 minutes from us. So
all right. So what do you want to pimp while you're here? Do you have anything for sale right now? How can people get in touch with you? Do you have a website? Do you do YouTube? Do you do TikTok?
Chris, when do I have time to do YouTube?
I don't live with you. I don't know what time you have. Okay. I know you have Saturdays free. Spend
No, we're
Saturdays
Saturdays
doing
with
a
me.
YouTube. All right, so Nikita, are we doing? Is Instagram the only way to get in touch with you guys?
Yeah, basically.
Right now, yeah.
Okay. Do you plan on doing a YouTube or expanding anything? Like what's the 5-year plan for Pipstalkers? And where the fuck did that name come from?
So
Because we're Pip Stalkers.
yeah, our first
Well,
clutch.
what does that mean? You just constantly over the fucking tub waiting for it to pip?
Yeah.
Stock in the incubator. Yep.
That's gay as fuck. Okay. All right.
Well,
I don't know. I will. Uh, it, oh, Pimp Stalkers. I think you should change it to Pimp Stalkers. Okay. Um. All right. So, do you have anything for sale right now?
No,
mhm.
we've only had one clutch this year. We got 2 more in the incubator, and like honestly, I don't care about the money. So I'm not gonna sit here and like shove our stuff down people's throats. Like we just it's legit a hobby. We have fun doing it. We have fun hanging out with the people. And I know, Chris, I love and I care about the animals. They're great. Like I know you don't agree, but it's fine.
Why are you yelling at me right now? Like, what the fuck, man?
We don't
Because
need
I've
your
listened to
attitude
you
right now.
before and talk about how, oh yeah, you're so passionate and da 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 da.
Oh, oh, that's the worst word ever.
Right.
Yeah, I
So,
know you're passionate about the animals. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But at the same time, you don't want to have 100 useless fucking snakes in your house.
but that's the point is so like last year we took like double triple het snakes to the pet store because I don't care about the money. I want to make what I want to make and I'll hold back what I want and the rest of it I'll take it to a pet store if I want to. Like I don't it's not I don't know.
All right, you done? You done being a fucking catty bitch? Okay, cool. Fuck you think we like? I literally would have thought that reaction would have came a lot sooner. So I'm glad you kind of kept held it till the end. So I appreciate that. Okay. Holy shit. All right. Well, ladies, thank you for coming on. I don't know if we talked about exactly what we thought you'd talk about, but it was still kind of fun. And I appreciate everybody fucking coming on. I know they all came on for you. They sure as fuck didn't come on for me. Um, are you gonna have sex tonight?
Probably.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So.
Fucking that's what I'm talking about. Okay. I will expect an Instagram picture from the bedroom. Okay. Make it happen. All right, just make it happen. Let the world know. Okay. Guys, seriously, thank you so much for hanging out. I had a good time. And everybody go to Pipstalkers on Instagram. It's just Pipstalkers. It's not like Pip_stalkers, right?
Uh-uh.
All right. All right. Ashley's definitely has the I'm about done with you face on. So
Not even
that's all
close.
right. That's all right. All right, ladies, thanks again. Okay. I'm just gonna put you in the green room for a minute, hang out, and I'm just gonna do this bullshit and crap thing. Okay.
Okay.
All right, ladies. Thanks again. Pip Stalkers, go fucking follow them on Instagram. Listen, I know I didn't shout a lot of people out tonight. I'm sorry. Fucking hey, man, had 2 lesbians here, man. Fucking you can't fucking blame me. Anyway, we are going to see you what in 2 weeks. I think I'm gonna have the Retic Queen, fucking Jennifer Klim on. And then the following episode, we're gonna do with that Crunchwrap Fairy chick on Instagram because she's really hot too. Fucking we're just I mean, you know what it's all about here. Anyway, I've had enough of you guys, and we're gonna go. So I will talk to you guys in 2 weeks, and thanks again for coming. Bye bye.